In this week's episode, I have the Cathedral Valley Loop Adventure Part 2. In this episode, I will cover Lower Cathedral Valley and all the beautiful scenery to be seen there. I filmed this all day with Marc Guido from Grand Adventure here on YouTube. Remember, only 1% of the people who visit Capitol Reef National Park get to see this. Hi, I'm Don with Cowboy Biker Adventures, the Imperfect RV Travel and Adventure channel. Come along, you're going to enjoy these views. So let's get started. Here's where I left off on the last adventure, Cathedral Valley Loop Part 1. If you have not viewed that, you may wish to do that first. I will put a link above and a link below under Show More. That was episode 87. Also, I highly recommend you check out Marc Guido's Grand Adventure channel here on YouTube. I will also include a link above and a link below to his channel. Now on with today's adventure. Here on Cathedral Valley floor, or what's referred to as Lower Cathedral Valley, which is about half of the drive. In this adventure, I will include the Gypsum Sinkhole, Temple of the Sun, Temple of the Moon, Glass Mountain, and many other beautiful scenery. I hope you enjoy. The Gypsum Sinkhole is a massive sinkhole that was formed when water dissolved the gypsum, creating a hole that is 200 feet deep in some spots and almost 50 feet wide. It is worth the stop. Be careful around the edge, especially if you're traveling with kids.
is microorganisms that are in the soil, and they create this pattern in the soil, and it literally, that's about 100 years of growth.
Oh, wow.
That's what's known as cryptobiotic soil.
That is cool.
And you can see it gets a little deeper over there. Not the most impressive display of it I've ever seen, but that is what that is.
Yep. And
So
people,
very, very fragile.
people don't know not to walk on it.
Exactly.
I didn't know. Glass Mountain is a small mound of large, flat, selenite gypsum crystals, also known as moonstone. It is located near the Temple of the Sun. The crystals formed when groundwater carrying dissolving gypsum flowed through the entrada sandstone and then crystallized. The temples of the sun and the moon are next. These massive monoliths made of pinkish red Entrada sandstones that the Cathedral Valley was named for. The road goes right by the Temple of the Sun and the Temple of the Moon, so you can get up close and really feel how high they tower above the ground. These massive monoliths rise as high as 500 feet above Cathedral's valley floor. From here, you can drive about 17 miles of dirt road until you reach Utah State Route 24 and finish the loop on that paved road. Also, if you don't want to drive the whole Cathedral Valley loop and just want to visit this part of the lower Cathedral Valley, you can start the drive from Caneville on Utah State Route 24 going counterclockwise. Again, it's about 17 miles of dirt road off of the highway, but if the road conditions are dry, you can do it in a two-wheel drive vehicle. You'll just have to turn around and go back the way you came. I will include a map of where this road joins up with Utah State Route 24. One thing you can say about this scenic route is the scenery always seems to keep changing and is all beautiful in its own way. as we're coming up on Utah State Route 24 and head back west towards the Visitor Center. I want to thank you for watching this week's video and remind you to stick around to after credits for bonus video where I show scenes from next week's episode starting my Moab series. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. That would help me out a lot. Remember, I have adventure videos once a week on Wednesdays and shorts on Saturdays. So don't go anywhere, we're not done yet. Thank you for sticking around to after the credits for bonus video. Here's some scenes from next week's episode. First up, starting my Moab series of adventures, will be Utah 128 Scenic Byway that follows the Colorado River. It will not disappoint. Thank you for watching this week's adventure. Be sure to join me for next week's adventure from Moab, Utah. So until next time, have a good one.